What's good? What's good? Welcome back to Raggedy Ass Bitch TV, where we discuss the audacity of modern communication. I'm your host, and today we need to talk about something that has destroyed my peace, something that makes me question everything. I'm talking about people who take hours, sometimes days, to text you back, but they are always posting on Instagram, always watching stories, always active. Explain it to me, please. I'm begging. Okay, so let me paint you a picture. You text someone, could be a friend, could be someone you're dating, doesn't matter. You send a message, a simple message, nothing complicated. Maybe you're asking a question, maybe you're just checking in. You see the delivered notification, and then nothing. Hours go by, you check your phone, still nothing. But then you open Instagram, and guess what you see? Them posting a story, liking posts, commenting on someone else's stuff. So, you do have your phone. You are active. You are just choosing not to respond to me. Got it. Cool. Love that for me. And listen, I get it. Sometimes you don't have the energy to respond. Sometimes a message requires more thought than you have available in that moment. That's fine. I understand that. But if you have the energy to post a selfie, write a caption, and respond to comments, you have the energy to send me a thumbs up emoji. But that's all I need. Just acknowledge it. That you saw my message. Let me know you're alive. But no. Instead, I'm out here watching you live your best life on social media while my text sits in your phone on red, collecting dust. And what makes it even more insulting is when they post something that's clearly a response to what you texted them about, but they still haven't texted you back. Like, I'll text someone asking how they're doing, and they won't respond. But then they'll post on their story, having the best day. Oh, so you have time to tell 500 strangers about your day, but you can't send me a two-word response? That's how we're doing this? And you know what makes it worse? When they finally respond, they act like no time has passed. They hit you with, hey, what's up? What's up? What's up? I texted you 3 days ago. That's what's up. But you can't say that without sounding crazy. So you just respond like everything's normal. Meanwhile, you've been spiraling, wondering if they're mad at you, wondering if you said something wrong, checking your message 47 times to see if maybe you missed their response. And then, when they do respond, there's no acknowledgement of the delay, no sorry for the late response, no explanation. Just, hey, what's up? Like they didn't leave you on read for 72 hours while posting Instagram stories about their lunch. And then there's the people who are always active now on Messenger or WhatsApp. You can see the green dot, you know they're on their phone, but they're not opening your message. They're just online, doing something, but not talking to you. And I'm not saying you have to respond immediately. I'm not saying you owe me your instant attention. But if you are literally online right now and you are choosing not to open my message, that's a choice. That's a statement. It's like they're actively avoiding you. You can see them right there on their phone, probably scrolling through the same app where your message is waiting, but they're just choosing to ignore it. And that feels intentional. That feels personal. Because here's the thing, I'm busy. I can handle, I'll respond later. What I can't handle is watching you be active on every form except one where I'm trying to reach you. But here's what I think is really funny. I think people treat text like they're optional. Like social media is entertainment. It's fun. It's easy. You can scroll mindlessly without thinking. But texts require engagement. They require you to actually respond to another human being. And sometimes people just don't have the bandwidth for that. Social media is passive. You can consume content without having to produce anything. You can watch, like, scroll, move on. But a text message is a conversation. It requires participation. It requires thought. Even a simple hey requires you to engage with someone, to think about them, to decide what to say back. And I think people are so overstimulated, so overwhelmed by constant communication that they've started treating their personal messages like work emails, like something they have to find energy for, something they have to be on for. So they avoid it. They put it off. They scroll social media instead because it doesn't require anything from them. And I get that. I really do. We're all overstimulated. We are all tired. We're all trying to manage a million different conversations and obligations. But here's the thing, if someone is important to you, you make time for them. You don't leave them on read for 3 days while you post TikToks. Because that sends a message. It tells them you're not a priority. And maybe you don't mean it that way. Maybe you're just overwhelmed. But impact matters more than intention. When you consistently take forever to respond to someone, but you're constantly active on social media, what you're telling them is, I have time. I'm on my phone. I'm engaging with content and people, just not you. And that hurts. Even if you don't mean it that way, that's how it feels. It feels like you're being actively deprioritized, like they're choosing everyone and everything else over you. Let me break down the common excuses people give for this behavior. I saw it, but I forgot to respond. That's excuse number one. Okay, but you remember to post 3 Instagram stories and comment on 4 posts? Your memory works fine for everything except my message. Excuse number two. I was going to respond, but then I got distracted. For 3 days? You've been distracted for 3 consecutive days, but you've had time to be active on multiple platforms? Excuse number three. I needed time to think about my response. This might be valid for a serious conversation, but if I'm asking, want to grab coffee? You don't need 3 days to think about it. Excuse number four. I'm just not a good texter. But you're a good social media poster. You respond to comments fine. You have conversations in DMs with other people. You're just not a good texter with me specifically. Excuse number five. I'm overwhelmed with messages. Then maybe stop accepting new followers and having long comment conversations with strangers if you're too overwhelmed to respond to people who actually matter. And this is especially frustrating in dating situations. You're talking to someone you're interested in, the conversation seems good. You send them a message, nothing for hours or a day. But you can see they've been on Instagram, they've posted, they've been active. And now you're in your head. Is this a test? Are they playing games? Are they not interested? Should you send another message? Should you wait? And here's what makes it worse. When they finally respond, if you bring it up, you are the crazy one. Why are you keeping tabs on my social media activity? I don't owe you constant availability. You're being clingy. No, I'm not being clingy. I'm noticing that you have time to engage with everyone except me. That's not clingy. That's pattern recognition. Here's a hard truth. If someone wants to talk to you, they will. If someone is interested, they'll make time to respond. If someone values you, you won't consistently be an afterthought. People make time for what matters to them. That's just reality. So if someone is constantly active on social media but takes forever to respond to you, you're not a priority. And that's painful, but it's information you need. And maybe they are overwhelmed. Maybe they do care, but they are struggling with communication. But at some point, you have to decide, is this the kind of communication dynamic I'm okay with? Am I okay being someone's last priority? Am I okay waiting days for responses while watching them engage with everyone else? So, here's my advice. If you're the person who does this, be honest. If you don't have the energy to respond, just say that. Send a quick message. Hey, I saw this, but I need some time to respond properly. That's it. That's all it takes. Or if you're just not that interested in talking to someone, be honest about that too. Don't string them along with delayed responses while you're clearly active everywhere else. That's cruel, even if you don't mean it to be. And if you're the person waiting for a response, set boundaries. If someone consistently makes you feel like you're not a priority, maybe they are not. and that's okay. You don't have to keep chasing people who don't make time for you. Stop following their social media if it bothers you. Stop checking to see if they are active. And most importantly, stop waiting around for people who aren't waiting for you. I think this speaks to a broader issue with how we communicate now. We're more connected than ever, but we're also more selective about who we actually engage with. We curate our online presence. We post what we want people to see. We engage with who we want to engage with, and everything else we ignore. And maybe that's necessary. Maybe we have to be selective because we're all overwhelmed. But we also need to be honest about it. We need to be clear with people about what they mean to us. Don't leave people in limbo, wondering if you care while you are clearly active and engaged with others. That's not fair. That's not kind. At the end of the day, we all have phones. We are all connected 24/7. So if someone wants to talk to you, they will. And if they don't, that's your answer. Stop making excuses for people who don't make time for you. Stop waiting for responses from people who are clearly active but choosing not to engage with you. And stop letting people make you feel crazy for noticing patterns. You deserve people who respond, who engage, who make you feel like a priority, not an afterthought. And if someone can't give you that, they don't deserve your energy. This has been Raggedy Fish TV. Stay unfiltered, stay unbought, stay valued, stay free. And that's it for today's episode of Raggedy Fish TV. If this hit a nerve, maybe check your own text habits. We've all been guilty of this at some point. Next time, we're talking about people who start drama and then act surprised when there's drama. So get ready. Until then, stay raggedy, stay safe, stay communicative, and remember, if you have time to post, you have time to text back. Take care.